Hey everyone, welcome back to the District 3 podcast. My name is Irvin. This is episode 339, live from downtown Springdale. And I'm excited about this episode. I know I constantly say I've been trying to make this episode happen for a while. But again, in this situation, I really have. And I'm glad that we finally have our guest here with us. He is a certified trainer and nutritionist, and he's from the area, Jonathan Oliva. Jonathan, thank you for joining us today. How are you, man?
Doing well. Thank you for having me. And sorry, it's been a minute, I know you said you've been trying to reach out to me and get me in here, and I apologize about that.
Dude, I know you're busy. I know that a lot of the times people who are just motivated about something and are focused on something, like you've been focusing like with gym, I know that you've competed, I believe, in some. I want to touch on that as well. So I always give people grace, man. I'm like, they'll hit me up whenever they're able to, but I'm glad you're here because I definitely had a list of certain people that I wanted to reach out to for different things. And when I was thinking about like fitness and nutrition, I was like, I gotta reach out to you. So I'm glad we finally made that happen. So you're from the area and you live in the area. Where do you actually do your work, like when it comes to like being a trainer?
Yeah, so like you said, I am a certified personal trainer and nutritionist. I run Humbled Physiques out of Chop Barbell in Rogers, Arkansas.
Okie dokie. Is that where you live too?
Yes, sir. So I live in Rogers, Arkansas, and I train out of Rogers, Arkansas as well. Grew up there as well.
So like you were raised as a kid in Arkansas specifically?
Yeah, I came over here from Los Angeles. Was raised here, went to school here, and graduated from Rogers High School.
Okie dokie. And at what point do you tell yourself this is something that I want to do, like being a certified trainer?
Certified trainer. Well, I've been weightlifting since I was about 16. That's when it all started. So I've been training for about 13 years now. And it wasn't until about 2020 when I decided, you know what, how about we make a career out of this? I love doing it, so why not teach people what I love to do?
Like, have you always been like disciplined when it comes to like fitness, what you eat, and all that different stuff?
No, I won't lie. At the beginning, it was hard. Just like everybody, made a lot of mistakes. Would follow some people's advice, another person's advice. So I would like go back and forth. But it wasn't until I committed and decided, you know what, enough is enough. Let's lock in. That the discipline kicked in, and just being consistent, and eventually you see results. So.
Because it's hard, like being Latino and like staying disciplined on food because there's so much good food. I'm not sure if like you have family that cooks like delicious food or anything, but it's hard, man.
Yes, dude. Like my mom, she makes delicious food. And when I first started like tracking my food and, cutting out different foods, she'd be like, what's wrong with you? Estás enfermo. Why are you doing that? Estás loquito. But, once they start seeing the results and the discipline, it kind of rubs off. And then they start asking questions and then they want to start doing it. So. You can still eat delicious food. It's just, limiting yourself and having portions and stuff. So,
I hear that advice and I believe it, but I always have difficulty with that. Like, I feel like one of the things I've been doing is a calorie deficit recently. Like, I've seen change. Right now, I'm at my lowest I've been in like 10 years.
Okay.
Because there was a while where I hit like 230. And as a man that's 5'7", I shouldn't be 230, right?
Yeah.
So like I started fasting. Okay. So I don't eat. I usually try not to eat after 6 p.m. And I'll usually eat by 11 a.m. the next day. I think 12 p.m. is what people say, but 11 a.m. is, I'm starving by 11 a.m. Okay. And I go to the gym in the morning. So first thing I do is like I wake up, brush my teeth, kiss my wifey and the doggy, and head to the gym.
There you go.
So I'm there for an hour. I've been doing currently like 2.5 speed, 12 incline on the elliptical. On the treadmill, and I've been feeling great. I actually sweat because when I was going to the gym, I was doing weights and stuff, but I wasn't sweating. But like being on the treadmill for some reason with that 12 incline, 2.5. Like it gets me going. It makes me sweat, and it's helped me lose weight. Also including the diet, right? Because you can't beat a bad diet, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you can't out-train a bad diet, and that's gonna be like what makes or breaks your fitness goal, man. You can like go, and, work your butt off in the gym, but if you don't control your calories, it's gonna be kind of hard to see the results. So congrats on losing the weight, bro. It takes a lot of discipline and a lot of hard work. So congrats on that. But yeah, dude, like the cardio is going to definitely make a big difference. So, yeah, definitely keep up your cardio.
So you said, and I think I've seen your post on social media where maybe there was a time where you weren't as disciplined as you are now.
Yes.
Was that you like taking a break from discipline, or were you just not that disciplined then, and then you kind of locked in?
I think it was more of second guessing what I already kind of knew. Instead of actually fully committing to the plan, I would fall back and forth. One day I would be like, yeah, I'm locked in 100%. But then I would get distracted, wanting to go, do other things. Instead of going to the gym, maybe go party or go have fun, instead of staying locked in on my goals. So I feel like once I decided enough is enough, is it really worth it? And that's when I decided, let's fully be disciplined about this and lock into the goal. So I guess the main thing is just deciding to commit. Once you commit to it and actually stick to the plan, that's when you're going to see the actual results.
Do you remember that moment where your perspective on your health changed and you were like, I need to do more?
Yes, I do. And it sounds cheesy, and a lot of people say it, but it took my daughter, having my kid, once I realized that, like, hey, it's a reflection of your life. When your life is living in chaos, then your health is also going to be in chaos. Once you start deciding, to cut out the chaos and lock in, take accountability, and start making the changes in those habits that are holding you back, then that's when you start seeing the change. So yeah, once I saw my kid come into this world, and she needed me to be a healthy dad so that I can take care of her. So yeah, of course, the physique comes along with the benefits of training, but I mean, it's more than just looking good. It's also like, wanting longevity. I want to be able to run with my kids when they get older. Right now, my little girl's in gymnastics, so being able to do flips with her is kind of fun. And I feel like if I wasn't healthy, I wouldn't be able to do that with her. So.
Okay. At that moment when you decided to make that bigger change, I mean, you were already kind of healthy, right? You were, generally speaking, you were healthy, but you kind of took it to another level, right?
Yes. So like I said, fitness has always been there for me, even through like the dark parts of my life, I would still go to the gym. At that point, around COVID, I know a lot of us stopped working out and stuff, and I got pretty depressed too. I started drinking a lot, eating out a lot more, and I got pretty overweight in a bad way. So my daughter was also born around that time, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, dang, dude, what happened? Like, you let yourself go. So, I stopped eating all the junk food, the unhealthy food. I stopped the alcohol, stopped hanging out with bad company, and, just started locking in, worrying about myself, my family, and, yeah, taking care of my health and just sticking to the plan, dude. Same thing over and over. Find one thing that you like to do and just keep doing it over and over. As far as, like, what style of training you like to do. I'm not going to say there's one specific workout that's going to be the best. For me, I feel like if one style of training works for you and you like it, keep doing it and just stay consistent with it.
I'm trying my best to find the balance between doing that cardio, the one that I told you, and then incorporating weights as well.
There you go.
Because that's based on all the different advice I've heard. Those kind of seem to be the reoccurring themes. It's like, eat good, don't eat horrible.
Correct.
Right? You can still have fun, but like, don't overdo it.
Correct.
Like, cardio's great for a lot of things in your body, for your heart health, for a lot of different things. And then the weight, the strength is what you need whenever you get older.
Yes.
Like, that's going to help you,
Correct.
To be able to sustain a healthy body. So that's kind of what I've kind of been doing. It's more 45 minutes of that 12 incline, 2.5 speed, which sometimes 2.5 is kind of hard. 3 is so difficult. Have you ever done 3 before?
Yes, and I understand what
it
you mean.
hurts,
it's tough.
bro.
Yeah,
like,
definitely healing the calves, the glutes start firing up.
I tried because I heard it was always like, do 12 incline, 3 speed, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this. This is like the first time I ever tried the 12 incline, and I was like, I'm going all the way down to 2, man. I can't do 3, and right now, like, I'm barely getting to the point where here and there I'll switch it to 3. Like, I'll switch it like at the end of the workout.
There you go. Push yourself a little bit extra.
The last 5 minutes, but it's hard. So I'm doing 2.5. Sometimes I bring it down to 2, and then like the last 15 minutes is just weights.
Okay.
That I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'm also doing. I bought this, which you don't have to buy this, but this is something that helps me. I bought a Pure Plank. Do you know what that is?
I do not know. What is it?
So it's like a little board that helps you plank on it.
Okay.
And it helps like your elbow hits like a soft pad, so your elbows don't get hurt if you got like elbow issues, or if you're having difficulty just maintaining a plank. And it has different exercises, so it's been helping my posture. and I feel the burn. So I've been doing like the recommended time is like 3 minutes a day for the pure plank. So I'm trying to incorporate that, but I know that the food is where I'm still struggling.
Yes.
Like even though I'm counting my calories, sometimes a few days a week I will go over like 200, 300 calories. I think for my weight, for my height, and for my goals, I think I'm supposed to be hitting like 2,100 to 2,200 calories a day.
How tall are you?
5'7".
5'7". And then how much are you currently weighing?
209.
209. So that sounds about right. So the other thing to take in consideration besides just your calories is also going to be your macros. The macros is what builds up the calories. So 1 gram of protein is about 4 calories. Same thing with carbs, and 1 gram of fat is about 9 calories. So what you want to do is...
I think someone's... Give me a second.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna calculate your calories right now. That way we can actually. Yeah. What's your current age? 34. And you said, how tall are you again? 5'7".
And that audio from there, like it can be cut off, so it'll just be our mics that you'll be able to hear.
Sounds good. And then
so just start whenever you want to.
And then your current weight?
209.
209. So let's say. So yeah, so for you to lose about 1 pound a week would be about 2,000 calories. Extreme weight loss is about 2 pounds per week, so it'd be about 1,500 calories. And so what we were saying was your calories are made up of macros, which is going to be your carbs, fats, and proteins. All right, so carbs are going to be like your rice, your potatoes, your fruits. Your fats are going to be like the oils that come out of your red meats, olive oils, avocados, peanuts. And then our proteins were our meats, chicken, turkey, beef. What you want to do is make sure that your calories are balanced so they promote fat loss. Usually we keep our fats pretty low, about 20 to 25% of your calories. You want to keep your proteins about 30 to 35%, or you could also do 1 gram per pound. So if you're saying, you said you were about how much weight?
209.
209, so you would need about 209 grams of protein. You could even go a little bit lower than that. And then the rest of it, you can fill up with carbs. The reason why you fill it up with that much carbs is because the main source of energy for your body is going to be carbohydrates. There are some people who may benefit from a keto diet, which is usually more higher fats, higher protein, lower carbs. But it all just depends on your body type. Health factors are also a thing. But yeah, it all just depends. And it's trial and error. Everybody's different. So I can't go ahead and be like, do this, because that may not be what actually works for you. And like the same thing that works for me may not be the same thing that works for you. So
is that kind of where you tell your clients to start? Like just with those measurements of specifically to their body and stuff?
Correct. So we'll start with the baseline. We'll find their maintenance. We'll start off with a pretty balanced diet, so meaning like about 30-30-35, meaning 30% carbs, 30% protein, 35% fats. And then we look at their weight trend. If their weight trend is not going down like we want it to, then we may make adjustments, may take some more calories out, or may adjust their macros, just depending on how they're doing. But yeah, it's just week-to-week basis and then monthly adjustments.
For your clients, what do you think is the most difficult for them to lock in on when it comes to like food specifically? Is there, do they have more difficult with alcohol? Do they have more difficult with just like their favorite foods, with breads? What do you see in the people you talk to?
The biggest thing is just tracking. Once they first start tracking, they start seeing that like, oh my God, I'm actually under eating, But then when they realize that even though they're under eating, the foods that they're choosing may be higher in fats or may be higher in carbs, or they may not even be getting enough protein in their body. So that once they start seeing like those habits, they start making the changes. So I guess the first thing is the tracking. because everybody at first has trouble actually taking the time to track it. And then the second thing is lowering those fat levels, getting a little bit more protein in their diet. But after a bit, once they start seeing those bad habits and those trends, it's easy for them to substitute things out and start going in the right direction.
Okay. Do you recommend the people that you help to weigh their food?
Yes. Good point. That's going to be the best way to control everything. Because if you're kind of just eyeballing everything, you don't know for sure how much you're putting into your body. And if you're not like tracking what you're weighing, that's kind of like spending without having a budget, you know. Next thing you know, you may have spent over your budget because you weren't tracking it like how you should have been. So that's what I would say. Definitely use a scale if you can. If you can't, then, you know, use a rough estimate. But the best thing is going to be using a scale.
How does your discipline look like today in regards to like the food that you eat? What are you doing on a daily basis?
So currently I'm more in a bulking phase. I'm in my off season right now with bodybuilding. So I still track my foods Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I try to enjoy a little bit more with my family. We go out to eat, so I may enjoy a pizza or a hamburger every now and then. But for the most part, even during my bulking phase, I still try to eat more whole foods. I won't lie and say I don't go out and get Panda every now and then.
Dude, it's good, man.
Every now and then. But even then, I still try to be a little bit more mindful and go for like the cleaner eating options versus maybe going for the stuff that I would normally want to enjoy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still try to be disciplined even in the off season because that's when the real growth happens. Right now, we may not be fully shredded like we would be on stage, but we still try to keep it a little bit clean, you know?
So are you trying to do the like those competitions every year? Is that what you're trying to do?
So I did compete the last 2 years, but this year I decided to take off in order to grow more because you can't really grow more while you're cutting since you're at a deficit. So a lot of people like to take a break. It's also a strain on your body being that lean, and then also mentally it can be kind of draining.
Yeah.
So it is nice being able to enjoy the summer, being able to enjoy a carne asada with the family, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking this year off, and then depending on how next year goes, we'll see what happens with bodybuilding. But right now, I'm just doing it for the fun, man. I don't see myself competing every single year. But yeah.
It's tough. I mean, just by what I see of the folks, and I've watched some documentaries too, and I'm like, man, it's like, is life worth living when you just can't eat good food? You know, like it's like very limited to how much good food you can eat, right?
Yeah,
it's always the same thing, right? What were you eating whenever you were competing?
Dude, yeah, it was pretty much the same repetitive meals. Like for breakfast, it was like egg whites and oatmeal. Lunch would be chicken and rice. Dinner, beef and rice. But yeah, very low amounts of rice. Yeah, it was miserable, my God.
How is it like for your partner though? Because like I know for me, sometimes when I try to be healthy, like and I try to like really stick to just eating the same food for like dinner, my wife will be like, "Yo, like let's go out and eat. Like, come on, like, do you love me or what? Are you gonna go out to eat or not?" And I'm like, like, and of course you can go and get a healthy meal and stuff, but then when we're there, she'll be like, "I'm gonna get this lava cake. You should get a little bit. Come on, get a little bit." I'm like, I'm trying to be strict and disciplined, but. Does your partner give you a hard time when it comes to like the food that you eat?
So, but at this point, she's used to it. But at the beginning, yeah, you know, she would definitely have some trouble with it. But yeah, dude, like she understands that this is what I like to do. So she'll make my meal on the side, or for the most part, I'll also cook. But when it comes to it, I'll have my meal on the side, and then they'll have their yummy looking food. So I'm like, let me smell that real quick.
Did you cut off alcohol from your diet?
I mean, yeah, like when I'm prepping for a show, yeah, there's no alcohol. Every now and then I'll have a margarita. It's not my go-to thing, you know, drinking, but yeah, for the most part, I don't really drink.
Are you more like of a energy drink kind of person?
Yes, I definitely.
Because you gotta have some vice, right?
Yeah, I definitely have my Monster. Every now and then I have my Monster, and then my pre-workouts too, and that's a lot of caffeine. So
does it not like make you anxious to have that much caffeine?
I was gonna say I definitely try to watch how much I take because then I start to feel a little like antsy.
Yeah, dude. Like I I know that because I'm a big Monster guy. Like I'll do my favorite is the sugar-free green Monster. It's like it's black, but it's got like the green top to it. It's delicious, dude. It tastes better than the one with sugar, to be honest.
Oh no, dude, I agree. I love the white Monsters.
The white Monsters are good too, dude. I used to drink like 2 a day whenever I would. I used to work at a call center, and I had to be on the whole time. So like I would drink one at work, and then when I would get home, since I didn't really drink alcohol back then, that was like kind of like my drink. So I would drink like another white Monster afterwards, and then I got like an inflamed stomach lining. So I'm like, I gotta stop that. But so then, what does your caffeine intake look like now? Like, you say you do both things the same day, like the pre-workout and the energy drink?
So like if I have pre-workout in the morning and I'm still feeling kind of jittery throughout the day, then I won't have another Monster. But if I'm feeling like by Friday, I'm already pretty drained, dude. Waking up at 4 a.m. every single day. I'll definitely have my pre-workout in the morning to work out, and by lunchtime have another Monster. So, yeah, try to limit it to 1 can a day if I do have one.
Yeah,
or every other day.
And then it's just like water.
Yeah, water. I drink a lot of Coke Zero. That's good too. I have like 2 or 3 a day.
Yeah.
During prep, I definitely cut back on the soda though, even the artificial sugars, because they can make a difference.
How bad are artificial sugars for you?
So it's
based on what you've seen.
Some people, there's some studies that show that some chemical, like the chemistry in your brain, for some people, it still picks it up like if it was sugar. So your body may process it like sugar, even though it's not sugar. So it just depends on your body type.
Okay.
I take it myself, so I won't say it's bad or good for you.
Because you see, like on social media, like on TikTok and on Reels, sometimes you'll see doctors and stuff. The majority of them say that kind of sugar isn't bad for you in moderation, and I think it can be bad for you, like if you're drinking like 20 Diet Cokes a day, right?
Yes.
And it's more difficult to break up in your body, I believe, as well.
Correct. And what I would say is anything that's good for you in abundance can also be bad for you. So I would just say, take it in moderation. Definitely don't just drink soda all day. Get yourself at least a gallon of water in a day. But I feel like 1 or 2 sodas a day isn't gonna be harmful.
Are you one of those people that's like that carries like the gallon of water with you all over the place?
I do have like this 64-ounce gallon jug. It's pretty big. I used to carry like this big gallon, but it broke, so I stopped. But yeah.
Man, I've been trying to like, I'll do like 3 Stanleys a day. That's usually what I try to do. If I drink an energy drink, I won't drink any more caffeine for the rest of the day. It's like all water.
There you
go. And also when I drink alcohol, which is maybe like once a week, I will drink a bunch of water before I drink alcohol.
There you go.
Because I'm like, I gotta take care of my kidneys, make sure. Of course, your liver too is important to take care of it. But I'm like, I'm gonna like prep to make sure that there's enough water in my body, that I'm hydrated. There you go. And I know it's not gonna cancel out the alcohol, but at least I'm looking out for my body, right?
Yeah, keep yourself hydrated, dude.
Yeah. And when it comes to working out, what does your workout like, how much do you work out a day usually yourself?
So for myself, I usually keep it to an hour and a half max. For the most part, I train about 6 days a week, and then it's usually a push-pull, legs kind of split, or I just alternate it.
Okay.
I try to hit every body part at least twice a week, and then I give myself at least 2 days break before I hit that body part again.
Okay.
Just to give myself time to recover.
So you're not one of those people that's like 3 hours a day kind of person. But I don't know how people do that, man. I know some people that do that like working out is their life.
Yes.
And I'm like, how do you have time to do like 3 hours a day? I barely have 1 hour.
No, I don't blame them, dude. I used to do the same thing when I first
really?
started. Yeah. I used to get in there and try to do like every single exercise that I could think of. And I would wear myself out. But over time, you start learning, there's got to be a smarter way. More is not always better, So I learned that over time, if you split it up, do it with good intention, maximum intensity, you get the same results as if going in there and beating yourself up for 4 hours.
So that's advice that you give to people then, because you probably see people that like want to go in there and be there like, what is it, like 1/6 of their day.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you maintain a good diet, if you work out a good amount, and you stay consistent, then you how can you not see results, right?
Correct. So just stick to a plan, be consistent with them, be patient with yourself. It's not going to be perfect every day, and not every day you're going to see results, but over time you will see results.
And how does it make you feel when you see the results in your clients?
It makes me happy, dude, especially when they start telling me like, hey man, I'm feeling more energized, I feel more confident, this clothes is fitting on me better. Just hearing them say those things makes me feel better because I know that they're actually moving in the direction they want to be going.
You know, one of my goals is to be able to fit in all my soccer jerseys.
There you go.
Because I'm not sure if you know about like soccer jerseys, but they're usually like a size
They're
lower.
taper, right?
Like a large is like a medium, and like a because I fit right now. I fit in larges for the most part. Some of them are a little tight, but like in soccer jerseys, you got to get like an XL for it to be an L. And I don't think I have any XLs. I have all Ls, and I fit in them, but I don't fit in them the way I want to fit in them. Okay. So one of my goals is like I want to hit my full goal would be to hit maybe like 180. That's where I would want to stay.
Okay.
There was a time whenever I did. Do you know what Lent is for the Catholic faith? Lent,
yeah,
like
Lent,
Cuaresma.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So I gave up meat.
Okay.
For 40 days, bro. I got like so skinny, like it was like I was shriveled up.
You're pretty much a vegan. Huh?
I was just eating like salads, all these like just green, and I didn't like myself then. I was like, I don't want to get too skinny. I wanna get muscular, and I want to be healthy. And when I go to the doctor, I still want to have my good like blood results whenever I go. Yeah. So that's what's important to me, and to be able to fit in my clothes and feel good.
Correct.
You know, I don't want to get skinny. So I think for me, the weightlifting is going to be important to me. I need to also get more into protein shakes, dude. Like I have some at home. I bought some. I just haven't been consistent. Is that something that you do, like protein shakes as well?
Yeah, so I would recommend a supplement. You know, there's not one that's more special than the other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great flavors, different textures, but overall, the best thing is getting whole foods in there. So as long as you're getting your meats in there, but if you need 1 or 2 protein shakes to help you get that extra grams in there, then do so. But definitely make sure you're getting whole foods. Don't just stick to protein shakes because that can also be bad for your kidneys as well. Now we're talking about too much good stuff being bad for you.
Yeah.
Too much protein powder can eventually lead to kidney stones and stuff like that. So
are you saying like drinking protein shakes every day could be a problem?
No, not if you're just drinking 1 protein shake a day.
Okay.
But if you're doing like, let's say 4 shakes a day, over time, that could probably be pretty bad for your kidneys. So
okay, because when I'm consistent, I'll do like the little scoop.
Yeah.
Like a day.
1 scoop a day. That's like probably like 24 grams of protein right there.
Like after the workout, that's usually what I do. But I need to stay consistent, and I know a lot of people that are watching are probably like, "Damn, I need to stay consistent too," because food is good. You know, alcohol is very normalized, where it's like so about being everywhere. Social. You constantly get promoted on get promotions for it on social media when you hang out with friends. Like people are drinking, and I see some people like that will try to find a balance. They'll drink like a low calorie drink, like one of those seltzers that has very minimal calories and stuff. So. But then there's folks like me, man, that when I drink, I just like a margarita. You know, and all that sugar is bad for you, man. I can get a skinny margarita, right? But like people usually get, you know, the regular margarita with a bunch of sugar and stuff.
Yeah, same here, dude. That's like my go-to is a margarita. But like you said, 1 or 2 drinks is not gonna hurt you. It's when you start overdoing it and do it, like, you know, overdoing it and doing it daily. But if you're just, you know, being chill about it, 1 or 2 drinks is not gonna ruin it. My biggest tip when it comes to the diet and everything is meal prep. You know, find the foods that you actually somewhat enjoy, that you can tolerate and do on a daily basis. The thing to change is going to be your snacks. That way you keep yourself a little bit sane. Find that one sweet that you want to have every day to kind of satisfy your cravings. For example, I love Rice Krispie treats. That's kind of like my sugar for the day. And then on the weekends, allow yourself to have something that you enjoy. I go for a burrito or a burger or some pizza, and then that's kind of like my reward. That way, you know, you have something to look forward to at the end of the week, and it also kind of keeps you on track on your goals.
Have you seen the reward that The Rock does for himself? Like quarterly where he puts like 25 pancakes and he eats them in one sitting. But I know that guy goes like super hardcore, right? He probably doesn't even break his diet every week or
dude, that dude's hardcore.
He does like I think he does it like every 4 months or something where he'll get like a bunch of pancakes and like a whole ass plate of unhealthy food. And I'm like, dang, like I get it, but dang, you know. What do you think are like the biggest mistakes that people make just in general when they're trying to lose weight? Is it the like eating more than they're actually losing with their workouts?
So I would say one of the biggest thing is starving themselves. Okay, a lot of people want to lose the weight really fast, so they just stop eating. You know. The other thing would be switching the workouts back and forth. One day they'll want to do one workout because this person told them to do that, and then the next week they're switching to a different workout. So there's no consistency. They're not progressing in their strength. They're not progressing in their form. So the best thing to do is just pick one plan and stick to it. And then the other thing is just being simple with your foods. A lot of people want to make fancy meals that they see on like TikTok and stuff like that. But that just makes it a little bit more difficult for them to track. So then they fall off because, you know, they're not tracking it. Yeah,
you know who I follow? I follow that girl on TikTok. I think her name's like Sam PCOS. And she'll make videos where she's like, I lost 200 pounds. Come eat fast food with me and like calorie deficit. And she goes to different fast food places and she gets like meals that are low calories that have good nutrition and stuff. And they're cheap for the most part, right? But I know a lot of people like simply can't afford to be going to fast food every single day. And it's probably not good for you cholesterol wise.
Right. Yes, dude. If anything, it's probably cheaper for you to just go buy your groceries at the store and then just whip something up at home. And it's probably even a little bit more delicious than it is, you know, takeout and everything. So
that's what I need to do, Jonathan. I need to be more disciplined, man. I struggle in the sense that like I can remain consistent for a while, but I don't crash out where I'm like, I'm just going to go eat all this food. I'm not that kind of person that like overeats, but I will sometimes consistently eat a little bit above my intake. I mean, my calorie deficit like goal.
Yes.
And it doesn't make any difference in my body, like positively, right? So I think I need to buy one of those weight what do they call the scales? I think I'm that kind of person that really needs to try extra hard to get to my goals. Like I just can't. I don't have the fast metabolism right now, and I feel that there's probably other people that are watching this that feel the same way, and sometimes like just give up on working out and on trying to lose weight, but I also wanted to do this podcast episode so that I can motivate myself and be like, yo, like your clients are making, you know, a difference in their life with your motivation. How do you personally like motivate them to keep pushing forward when their progress is slow, when like they're not seeing that fast progress that they would like to see?
How do I keep motivated? Well, the biggest thing is to, you know, look at your past, you know, make sure you're taking those progress pictures. Make sure you're tracking your weight so that way you can go back and reflect and be like, hey, look, maybe we're stalled right now, but look at the progress you've already made, dude. Like, keep going, dude. I mean, we like I said, we may be stuck right now, but from what we've seen before, it has been working. Just keep pushing. And then the next thing you know, once you push past that barrier, the weight keeps dropping, you know, and then they get happy. They see that they needed to stay mentally strong, and when they were mentally strong, they were able to push past that limit and go to the next level. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
In regards to eating, again, I want to go back to eating, maybe because I'm hungry. But what is your favorite, like some of your favorite healthy meals to eat?
My favorite it's gonna sound cheesy, but chicken and rice, bro. Like we love making chicken fried rice. Of course, we don't add all the extra butter that you would probably get at a Chinese restaurant. But yeah, dude, whip up some good chicken, add some eggs, some rice, some veggies.
And you put the hot sauce on it?
Yeah, sriracha sauce, bro. That's my go-to right there. But yeah, that's like my go-to. That's probably what I'm gonna eat after this, is some chicken and rice. But yeah, that's my healthy ones. And my favorite snacks are gonna be Chobani yogurt.
Okay. Are those healthy too or not?
Yeah, bro. They've got 20 grams of protein, low calories, and they're a quick snack for when you're on the go and you need that extra protein. Chobani yogurt.
What does your calorie intake look like on a daily basis?
Currently, I'm about 3,500 calories right now. I'm eating about 260 grams of protein and then I think I'm at like 90 grams of fat, and the rest of it is carbs.
Okay. So yeah, it just sounds like you are very aware of everything that you're putting in your body.
I try to track everything on a daily. My wife even gets annoyed with me because she's like, "Are you really weighing that?" I'm like, "Oh, I got to."
Like, do you pull out the scale at like a restaurant or like?
So like right now, on my off season, I'm not that crazy. But whenever I'm in prep, yeah, dude, like I'll bring my food with me, and they'll be eating, and I'll be over here eating my meal prep. I have brought my food scale and weighed out the food before, but it feels awkward, so I don't do that anymore. But yeah, for the most part, just try to stay consistent with it, bro.
And how do like the people that you help, like your clients and stuff, like do they see you sometimes and say like, man, I want to get on his level of like dedication, or for the most part, are they kind of like on their own path where they have their own goals of what they want to do? Because it would be hard not to like be around you and be like, man, I kind of want to be like him. I want to be as healthy as he is, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I get you. We all get inspired by people, and we all want to, reflect them. Yeah, I have heard people say like, oh, I want to be on your level. But, I try to remind everybody, like, we're all on our own journey, and we can only compare ourselves to our own selves, because I can never look like you. You can never look like me. We're all our own person. So the best thing to do is just be like, look, this is where I was last year, and this is where I am now. So I try to remind everybody, like, it's good to
do you.
Yeah, do you. It's good to have motivation and be motivated by others, but also focus on you.
And on the work that you're doing, how important is content creation for what you're doing?
Bro, I feel like if I wasn't doing social media, people wouldn't know who I was. So it's very important. I know I try to record. I don't post to like brag and like show off my physique. I do post to hopefully inspire other people. Maybe they see themselves in me and they keep pushing. Maybe them seeing me lift my circles over there motivates them to go lift some circles too.
Yeah, I mean that's why I follow like 8 people, one of you included, like to get me in the like let's stay motivated, let's stay consistent. Because sometimes I feel bad. Like there'll be times like on the weekends where and I will say that I am not a lazy person, but I do so much. And the community stuff like takes a lot of my time. So sometimes on the weekend I'm like, I'm waking up late today. Like I'm not gonna get up early this time. So I'll be up like at 8 a.m., which is still kind of early, right? For a weekend. And then I see someone did a 5K, bro. And I'm like, you're like, what? And I'm like, bro, I'm just getting up. And like 10 of my friends just did a 5K.
Right.
Like, and I started thinking to myself, do I need to like get on another level? Like, but then my life is different. My load is different of the work that I do. So I think I try to make myself feel better by saying like, hey, I'm trying my best. I'm going to the gym every weekday. I don't do the weekends. What I will do is I'll go on a long walk with my dog.
There you go.
Or I'll do something that keeps me active. Go dancing for a few hours, like keeps me active like that, right? But it's hard sometimes not to compare yourself when you're seeing people, and they say nowadays that like the midlife crisis for a 30-year-old is now a 5K to do a 5K. Right. It's like, do I still got it in me?
Yeah.
Am I still active enough to be able to pull this off? And there's a little part of me, man, that like wants to do a 5K in the next 2 years, and I might, But how important is it not to compare yourself to other people when it comes to like your fitness goals?
Bro, I feel like that's what's gonna destroy your fitness goals, man. If you're constantly looking at somebody else and being like, oh, they've got this new shred or this new cut, why isn't it working for me yet? Then, it's going to make you feel depressed and eventually discourage you, and you're just going to want to stop going. So the best thing to do is, go in there, tunnel vision, focus on your goals, remind yourself why you're there, and just keep pushing, dude. There's going to be weeks where you don't see anything happening, and then there's going to be weeks where you see so much that you feel great, unstoppable, but don't give up. Just keep going.
Do you watch like other fitness influencers for inspiration?
Yeah, so I love watching Christian Guzman over at, he's the owner of Athlete in Texas. He's one of my biggest inspirations. Jeff Nippard. I watch a lot of fitness influencers also on Instagram that I follow, and it keeps me motivated. But after a while, I learned that like, I used to compare myself to them and want to be like them. But then I learned that, I just need to compare myself to who I was last year as far as my physique, and try to beat that version. So every year, when the judges give me like the critiques and stuff, I'm like, all right, that's what I need to fix. That's what I need to work on. So now I still look at them for advice, but I try to just push myself, motivate myself.
That makes sense. I think, I know for me, when I'm at the gym, sometimes, of course, I listen to music most of the time, but sometimes I'll get on TikTok and I'll just go through like the motivational gym folks. You know, sometimes David Goggins pulls up in there. Yeah. Sometimes, what's that guy's name? The Sam Sulek. Sam Sulek pops up on there, and it helps, man. Yes. You know, sometimes like people screaming at you, get your ass up.
Right, Ronnie Coleman.
Bro, David Goggins over there running with broken toes, and I'm over here like not wanting to do 2.5 on the treadmill. But yeah, I think it's important that people, like you said, have their own goals, and they're not in a race with anyone.
Yes.
You know, like the goal is just to be healthy and to live a long time.
Correct.
Right?
Longevity.
A good, healthy life. Just talking about health in general, for you specifically, how important is mental health?
Mental health. Dude.
And what do you do to take care of your own mental health?
So I've struggled with mental health myself. I struggled with addiction, went through a rehab program and everything. So definitely big part of my life. And dude, honestly, like the gym is a place where people can come, meet other people that are probably struggling as well, communicate, open up, you know, surround themselves around positive environment that keeps them moving forward. So I feel like fitness is a great outlet to let out all those negative emotions, those dark emotions. Especially for me, when I was lost, felt like the gym was always there for me. So it was a place where I could go and de-stress, just let out all my frustrations. But that being said, when you're going through something, look for help. You know, talk to somebody, open up. Don't just keep it bottled up inside, because it will eat you alive, you know. So definitely find somebody that you can open up to, that you trust, whether it be your gym partner or somebody that you trust. But yeah, the gym can definitely help you with that as well, versus going out and seeking other negative outlets, you know, using drugs or something. Get in the gym, get under the iron, you know, pump out some weight. And by the end of it, I'm telling you, you're going to feel a lot better than going out and doing some drugs and then waking up the next day wondering, what did I do?
I feel that.
Yeah.
Any other advice you want to give to someone who hasn't locked in yet? Like they're listening to this interview, they see the David Goggins videos here and there, but they still haven't locked in. And any kind of advice you would like to give those people?
I would say don't wait until you're ready. Just start. Don't look for the perfect plan. Just pick a plan. Stay consistent with it. Master the basics and just keep doing it. And be patient with yourself, because you're going to make mistakes, but you'll learn from those mistakes. And that's what's going to help you grow.
And where can people connect with you if they would like to hire you to be their trainer?
You can find me on Instagram at thelifeofjohnny_, or you can find me at Chop Barbell. At Chop Barbell as well, over in Rogers, Arkansas.
Okie dokie. Well, Jonathan, I appreciate you being here, man. I think a lot of us learned something new today, and hopefully this is motivation for people to lock in. You know, we're in the summer. Might not be able to get your summer body. Yeah. At this point, right? It's already June something, but you can be healthier.
Yeah, you can get started now, dude.
So for everybody watching this episode, we gotta lock in. We all gotta try harder in regards to like what we eat, how active we are. Just get out and move. I think that's a good place to start. But for everybody listening, that was the end of episode 339 with Jonathan Oliva, and we'll catch you all next week.
Thank you for having me.